director is just as simple as just helping two people do that. Keep this in your mind that this is the simplest thing. Like Gina said, it's a lot simpler than digging plants in the ground, okay? And maybe Jens will bring that up because he worked his tail off most of his life as a farmer, okay? Going senior director. If going director is simple, so is going senior director. You got to believe that God's going to put the people in front of your path as long as you're proing 5 people a day. That's 150 people a month. Come on, somebody has got a dream wants it. And if you're using what we're saying, use our script because it works.
It works.
Okay? If you are having a hard time bringing up the opportunity, that is not what we do.
Yeah.
We talk about the product and the technology and this unique device, and we say because of it, it screams opportunity. Do you want to make some more money and look them in the eye?
Yeah.
Let them tell you, no, I have all the money I need. Where's your wife? You know what I mean? So here's our chart, so you just follow along, stick them in as you sign people up. Can't get any simpler than that.
We have everything laid out for you guys. As a matter of fact, when you were talking about Jens being doing plants in nursery, it kind of gave me back that these guys are so smart. You plant the seed, guys, in this business. You're not a hunter.
No.
So you plant the seed in people's mind. It's just crazy how here he is, the foliage nursery, how he planted the plant, planted the seed, then the plant grows.
I guess I have to tell you, too, that I couldn't tell how many people just in the last week have been calling us saying that they were part of it 15 months ago, 12 months ago, 19 months ago, and now they're ready. What if somebody quit?
Yes.
Nobody's interested. They're going to find someone else. Because, I mean, this is wild what's about to, or they're going to get engaged, and the people and all of us that are in are going to get the benefit, and their sponsor is long gone. I pray you engage and get seriously focused on what's happening. The neighbor Gina just recently bumped into,
Gail and Bill, hi,
begging to hear the MLM part. She doesn't even want to sign up as a customer. Only MLM, only networking. Why? Because people are looking and hungry. They love the community. They love being around what we got.
And guys, we didn't even know them, and we're becoming great friends with them. Amazing couple. We're having a blast. She's having a blast. Never done MLM in her life, and she's using the system, and she's crushing it.
Okay, we got our 20 right, 20 left strategy. You can go on to This Is It Team, watch the video, learn how to do it. I spoke about it at the convention online. This is it, January 13th. But remember, we keep using the pro strategy. You've got to be patching, revisiting, or following up and pointing to the weekly opportunities. Guys, the more people you have on the opportunity Zooms that are prospects, the more people you're going to have on the Saturdays.
Right.
And remember, if you want to make around $1,500 a week, you need about 60 people on this Saturday training, 30 from the right team, 30 from the left team. Oh, you can't think that big? Okay, then can you think 30 people, 15 right and left, to make about $700 a week? Oh, I can't quite think that big. Okay, for about $400 a week, you need to have about 8 people right, 8 people left. Can you think that? I mean, it's all got to do with you being compounding. By the way, that's our next book of the month, The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. He teaches you that if you're only the one doing the work, that's like a job.
Yeah.
If they're on the Saturday and they're learning how to compound and promote the X39, now you're compounding yourself, you're duplicating yourself, and that's how you win. If that's all you have to do, think about how simple that is. We got our convention coming up. Make sure that you have registered that you want to come. We don't charge you nothing. We just want to know, you want to come to learn how we talk in the team. This is a team, all the SPDs. Now there's 42. On January 13th, there was about 30. Now there's 42. So we don't want anyone left behind.
Yeah.
Somebody just told me yesterday, I'll even sneak it out. I won't even say their name, but they say they're 2,000 points away. They're probably going to hit it this week, okay? And they're around the Ocala area, so they're rocking and rolling. Things are happening.
I'm so
sure
excited.
My friend in Texas, my friends that are coming to Mexico, they're knocking on the door as well. It is wild what's about to happen.
And hey, if you can become the biggest promoting machine, probably that's one of our biggest gifts, Steve and I. We're not full of ourselves. We are just promoting machines like crazy. And I'm telling you what, people are going to have an eye-opening when they see what is about to happen in the next 36 months. But you do not want them to be left behind. So hey, guys, without any further ado, guys, we're super excited to welcome my my oldest sisters, Cindy and Jen Brinison. I'm telling you guys, these are going to rock it. Get your notepad out, get your pen out. Distract everything else that's in your house. If you got a kid crying, shut the door. You know, turn your phone off. Guys, this is too valuable and too important for you to miss because, guys, we want everyone to win. I could be sitting in my gorgeous backyard with a cocktail and my feet up, and I'm telling you what, no way am I going to do that till everyone wins on This Is It team. So without any further ado, please help me welcome Cindy and Jen Brinison, Senior Presidential Directors, top rank, baby, and they are crushing it.
Woo! Man, we are so excited to be here today. Thank you, Gina and Steve. I am telling you, we could not be more grateful that you called us, over 19 months ago? And I'll tell you, this journey has been so much fun, but what's really amazing is when you get to do it with family. Both of my sisters are involved in this business. So I know that there's people out there right now that are thinking, man, I wish my sister or my brother would get in. I'm telling you, you just keep dripping on them and, yeah, pointing at yourself, right? Just keep pointing, just keep dripping on them.
Pointing at my family.
Yeah. You know what, though? They're going to come around in the right time. And just like Steve said, a few people got in a year ago, and now they're going, whoa, baby, what's going on? Yeah, well, let us tell you. So I want to reiterate what Gina said. Get your notepads ready. Don't stress if you miss something. There's always a replay, right? This is going to be a power hour from all of us here today to set you up to be debt-free in 2024. That is our heartbeat right now, debt-free for all of you. But in order to do that, I want to lay a little foundation today and Jens and I are actually going to be addressing 3 areas that we want to hit on because we can see that there are some missing links in the chain for a handful of people that we've talked to. The first thing that I want to talk about is I'm going to give you a short science recap. This is not to bore you because I think a lot of us are really missing the true value of what we have in the X39 patch. This is so important to your foundation, your passion, and your success. If you think that this is big, I'm telling you, we have underestimated it. This product and this opportunity, it's so much bigger than big. It is absolutely enormous. So let's begin. We're going to talk about 4 buzzwords that everybody is talking about, and they're looking for the answers today. You hold the answer in this little patch. So the first word I want to talk to you about is inflammation. Inflammation is the immune system's response to harmful stimuli. The immune system first acts by removing what is trying to injure your body and initiate the healing process. 2 kinds of inflammation, acute and chronic. So a good example of acute inflammation or good inflammation is when you have an infection and your body is attempting to repair itself. Chronic inflammation, on the other hand, is long-term, and your body's inflammatory response can eventually start damaging healthy cells, tissues, and organs, leading to disease. This inflammation is the first buzzword that I want us to have in our mind this morning. The second buzzword is stem cells. These are the body's master cells. These cells can regenerate almost any cell. Did you hear that? Almost any cell in the human body. No other cells can do this. The third buzzword, peptides. Peptides are just a smaller version of a protein, a protein or the building blocks of certain proteins. And so what I'm going to talk about now first is the copper GHK copper peptide. So this peptide has the potential, as we've seen with David Schmidt and the patent, to activate stem cells and the migration and proliferation of stem cells, which can be beneficial for tissue repair and regeneration. To understand this, regeneration is renewal, it's regrowth, it's restoration. And so that's amazing. And the fourth buzzword is collagen. Collagen is the most abundant protein in your body. It accounts for 30% of your body's total protein. Collagen is the primary building block of your body's skin, muscles, bones, tendons, ligaments, and other connective tissues. It's also found in your organs, blood vessels, and intestinal lining. Now, I didn't share this for you to regurgitate it on everybody that you come up to. I shared it for your own understanding, your own head knowledge, because I think we're missing the value of the X39 patch. It's so simple, and yet some of us are missing it. Everybody's looking for what we have, and everybody's talking about it. So, the X39 patch, what I just described, is that this little teeny device enables our body to elevate copper GHK peptides, which in turn stimulate the activation of our stem cells into healthy, youthful stem cells once again, and stimulate the reduction of chronic inflammation, and stimulate your collagen production. Do you see what we just did? We just got an understanding of the value of this patch. Today is our day to determine our belief in what we have our hands on. And what are we going to do with it? I'll tell you, I've been in the medical and natural healthcare professional for 50 years. I've never, ever seen what I'm seeing today in this opportunity for optimal health and wellness. It's unbelievable. It's incredible. Every single month, we actually get another personal testimony, physically and financially. Things that we were not even looking for or expecting. I want to also bring up a comment that we heard David Schmidt say regarding Lauren Picard, who had a PhD. He discovered the copper GHK peptide and the massive role that it played and so much more. It helped the health of our bodies in age reversal and skin cancer, skin health and cancer. And David said that Dr. Picard should have received a Nobel Prize during his life. He was a genius. You see, that's what is in this patch, is all that knowledge and that research. And so this tells us a lot about our Lifewave founder, CEO, scientist, and inventor, David Schmidt. He's a leader that's humble enough to recognize another's blood, sweat, and tears that went into years of research and discovery. And David took his time to study his work. This reveals the character of David. He took Dr. Picard's knowledge to a whole new level.
Like she was saying, you don't have to regurgitate all this stuff. You just be you. You don't need to be a doctor or a nurse or any of that stuff. She's just really trying to stress, how powerful this little patch is. I mean, some people call it a Band-Aid or a sticker. It's way more than that. I mean, it's incredible. Steve's kind of shared this already, but some really exciting news is Lifewave has just become the number one in terms of momentum of all direct selling companies in the world, according to Business for Home magazine. Like you said, think about it. There's thousands of direct selling companies. And, what does that mean to us as a brand partner? It means a lot. Momentum is really important when you decide to be part of a company. To me, it's the most important part.
It is.
It simplifies the business. I know what momentum looks like because I've experienced it before. I've also experienced business without momentum.
Yeah.
You may make money, but it's harder, and there's no excitement, and it's not fun.
Nope.
And I don't want to be part of anything that's not exciting and it's not fun. Life is just too short for that.
Yeah.
We started a nursery business back in 1974, I believe. The momentum was over the top. It seemed like all of a sudden in the mid-'70s, everybody had to have a plant in their house. The demand for plants was 10 times bigger than the supply. That was a great place to be. We never spent a penny on advertising. You could sell anything. We could have cut corners, made even more money than we were, but we didn't. We always strived for excellence. A few years later, when the market got saturated with plants, we still had more business than we could handle. We still didn't have an advertising budget,
that's right.
which is totally unheard of in business. Most businesses spend a ton of money
That's right.
advertising. And but people came to us because they knew we grew the best. In Lifewave, that's the same kind of company. They are the best. I've been around a lot of businesses, owners in my 50-plus years, and you just know the real deal when you see it. David is the real deal. If David wasn't the real deal and Lifewave wasn't a company of integrity, I wouldn't be involved.
Right, me neither.
And if you're just getting on board, you're not late to the party. You could have not picked a better time. The momentum we are experiencing now will carry us many years into the future. Lifewave has all the ingredients for success.
Yes.
That's extremely, extremely rare in any business. There's not a better company on the planet, period. Those ingredients are, well, we talked about momentum. I mean, momentum is, to me, it's everything because without momentum, it's hard work. Like I already mentioned, you don't want to do that. And, the product is second to none. It's got patents. The company creates its own product, which is almost unheard of.
Yeah.
They're unique, no competition, and they got more patented products coming in the future. The CEO, we've all talked about David before. I mean, I'll just quickly say David is just an incredible individual.
Yes, he is.
The corporate team, I mean, Lifewave has a great corporate team, and, they're attracting the best of the best. And, that's what you want in your company. And the company has a heart. The company wants to give back. I mean, you listen to David talk, he's got all kinds of things he wants to be part of, and, just helping mankind in general. And we have the team. This is it team. You are on the fastest growing team in the world. There is not a faster one. The team website, it's like getting a college education in direct selling.
Yeah.
Steve and Gina and the others that have helped create this site have made millions in this industry. Just follow their lead. It works.
Yes.
This is your chance for success. The time is now. Recently, on an interview, David Smith said that the Lifeway opportunity is truly a 7-figure income opportunity. It obviously is. So many are already doing it. Nowhere else on the planet can you start a business with a 7-figure income potential for $1,600. Think about that a little bit. Nowhere can you start a business for $1,600. It's just not out there. Like Steve would say, you can't go buy a pickup truck and a lawnmower, start a lawn business for $1,600.
You can hardly buy the gas.
And you can recoup your investment in days or weeks, not years. I mean, that's insane. David also recently said, Lifewave is like having a business partner that says, let's start a business. I will put up 99% of the money to start the business. That would be incredible. I will take care of the employees, sourcing, manufacturing, inventory, warehousing, shipping, insurance, bookkeeping, patents, regulations, etc. I could get tired and stressed just thinking about all that.
We've been there.
All other businesses kind of have that. Also, I will pay you 60% of the income that comes through the door and send you on several free trips a year. Your only role in this relationship is to go tell the world about X39. That's it. Think about that. Wait a minute. I need to wake up. I'm sorry. I must have fallen asleep. I must be dreaming. Nobody would do that. But I'm not dreaming. I'm not asleep. Lifewave is doing just that. This is very real. Hard to believe, but real. You have to be asleep if you're not taking advantage of this opportunity. Anything to do with stem cells is in momentum right now. This is your chance to get involved in a multi-billion-dollar industry. You don't need to be a big business owner, a doctor, a venture capitalist, or whatever to get involved. You just need a I can do this attitude. Yep. People miss this opportunity because it doesn't seem like a real business. Don't be one of them.
That's right.
Most business investments you might invest in, you're hoping to make an 8 or 10% return. I think Steve and I talked about that. I mean, right now, for what we're making, we'd have to go buy a $5 million trailer park, RV resort or something to make what we're making just telling people about X39. And, you're trying to make, maybe an 8 or 10% return on your investment. And that's probably not going to happen for a few years. And as I say now, good luck in this environment with trying to get funding with the sky-high interest rates to try to bring all that together and make it work. It's virtually impossible right now. And so, that's what makes this opportunity so compelling. And I just want to say, after 19 months in this business, we just figured this out for fun. We were making an 800% ROI a week.
800%
a week. not a year. We can't top that anywhere else. So don't even try. I mean, so let's all get
It's a
on board.
no-brainer.
Yeah, let's all get on board and partner with David and share this opportunity with 1 billion families.
And the This Is It team, come on.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you, Jens. I feel like, understanding what you have in this little patch, understanding what we have in this company and our teamwork, this should have taken our belief much deeper in what we have in our hands. So you may be sleeping if you didn't get this. But I think the next area that I see a lot of challenges with is that people are struggling to believe in themselves. And, the thing is that I want to help you get free and get a new beginning. That's what all of the This Is It team wants to do. If you feel like you haven't gotten back in the saddle properly since the holidays, I want to help you. Right now, reach up and physically remove that cloak that you are wearing that says you have fallen short. Take it off. Throw it away. It doesn't belong to you. Today's a new day. It's time to cross over a line of no return. You will not go back ever again to where you were yesterday. Today, you are being empowered. Did you hear? Empowered to step into your destiny. Your destiny is about abundance, blessings, and favor. We've heard this multiple times in the last 19 months. The favor of the Lord is over David Schmidt. It is over this device. It is over This Is It team. And it's over you and me. Yes, you too. You have been set up to succeed and fulfill your destiny and leave a legacy to your family. This is what it's all about for all of us. We want everyone to experience what we're experiencing today. And This Is It team, as we said a couple of times, you're going to hear this multiple times, I know, this whole week, is to help. Our goal is to help as many families as we can get debt-free in 2024. Now, we wouldn't be throwing something out there if we didn't have a vehicle that you could do this with. So ask yourself real quickly, has anyone ever said this to you before? As Jen said, I'm setting you up to win, not just today, but for the rest of your life. Not too likely, right? I know we haven't experienced it, and we're 69 and 70. We did it, had to work ourselves. So I want you to know that today is your day to begin anew in this journey.
All right. That was good.
Yeah.
Are you the leader that you want to follow? Here's a great question for every one of us. Are you the leader that you want to follow? Most of us, I guess if you think about that, if your whole team was doing what you're doing,
would you be winning or losing?
Would you be winning or losing? Would you be successful?
Right.
So, really, your teamwork under you is not likely to advance above where you are. So you need to be the example to them. Leaders choose right here and now, and not settling for mediocre when they can have excellence and abundance. This is a kingdom mindset.
That's right.
Here's another great question. Do you know that you're in charge of your future? Not your sponsor, not your team, not Lifewave. You're in charge of your future, and I'm in charge of my future.
Wow.
So think about that.
Powerful.
Where that's going to take you. We have been given a product, technology, patents, the holy grail of age reversal, and massive opportunity to achieve a 6-figure income in 24 months. But what if it took you 3 years? I know for many, an extra $1,000 a month would change their lives.
That's right.
We have leaders like Gina and Steve Merritt, and This Is It team leaders that work diligently, setting us all up to win. Normally, a team will not grow any faster than their leader does.
That's right.
Don't allow yourself to become the roadblock to your team's growth. In other words, be willing to step into a season of growth and personal character building that will pay you very, very well for a lifetime.
Lifetime. Did you hear that?
How do we become this great leader that we want to follow? With intentional effort and be willing to make sacrifices and turn off the TV for a season. If you can't turn it off, take it out in the backyard and shoot it. Check with your local game warden to be sure TVs are in season season when your success is dependent, but I'm sorry. I'm sure they're in season when your success is dependent on
about it.
You know, and it's just not the TV. It's anything that's blocking you. You know, you
stealing your attention,
stealing your time. I mean, you know, if you're taking and you say, oh, all my kids are running to soccer and this and that and the other. Well, great. You know, don't make them an excuse. You know, make them the reason. I mean, you can find time driving to and for and during and all that to listen to audios on the books. You can call people. You can do a lot of things. So, you know, if you want to do this, I mean, you can move all excuses. Like I say, just move them out of the way first season.
Oh.
Yeah, we all do. We all do. I mean, we all take it for 24 hours with something. So
That's right.
So just figure it out. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
We have to be willing to get out of our comfort zone.
Yeah,
Read the
come on.
benefits that await us and achieve our goals and dreams. Life is too short to miss this. Just go for it.
Yes. Yes.
Read or listen to every book of the month. Unbelievable information and education on how to grow your relationship skills every single month.
You know, it really expands you as a human being. It's just amazing. There's so much good stuff out there, and a lot of us haven't even taken the time. You know, we get busy in our lives, and we're not realizing, oh, I can do an audiobook. I don't have to read the book. I can listen when I'm in my car, you know. So it's just amazing how much we have available to us. But you have to be willing to work on yourself. And something else, you got to get you on the Zooms and get your team and your prospects on the Zooms. I'm going to tell you something, and we might sound crazy, but we watch almost every single solitary Zoom. Why? Because we believe that these Zooms are the lifeblood of our business, and we know they're powerful. It's a free 6-figure college education, as Jen said. But we don't have to borrow the money and pay it back to the bank at a high interest rate. Many times these Zooms are great entertainment. I won't mention any names, Steve and Matt, and, you know, some of those that crack me up. But it's better than TV. I'm telling you, it's better. But these opportunity Zooms and the training Zooms have transformed our minds. I know it was either last Saturday or the Saturday before, amazing training, but it was said, if you're not on the Saturday training Zooms, you're not in business. That is the absolute truth. It is the truth. These Zooms, they're momentum building and belief building blocks for us. We laugh, we get excited, we get serious, we write pages of notes, we learn, we experience, and we see the strength and power of the This Is It teamwork. The thisisit.info.com and the thisisit.team.com sites. We come off those Zooms. We are ready to conquer the world. I'm serious. We could take on, I feel like I'd be Rocky when these Zooms finish. I'm so ready to go. And I'm going to follow, you know, and that's what you did you hear what I just said? Because if you're having one of those days where, you know, the dog threw up and the kid's crying and this, watch a Zoom. I'm telling you, you're going to be back on top. And if I'm going to follow my leaders, and Gina and Steve can watch and lead almost every single Zoom that takes place, and they take notes, then I can too. Because I want to achieve what they are achieving. So you've got to do what your leaders are doing in order to achieve the success that they're achieving. And we want it. Don't you? Watching these Zoom yields more than you can imagine. They increase our belief in the product and the opportunity. They increase our belief in ourselves and our team. But most of all, this is important, every single Zoom teaches you how to be a better leader. You are watching leaders or upcoming leaders in actions. So say what they say, do what they do. We're just copycats. It's not rocket science. We are all doing the same thing with our own little different twang. Now here's a golden nugget of why consistent weekly behavior matters. When we are talking about the Zooms, and what matters is that great leaders develop great leaders through their example. This is what we're getting on the Zooms. You'll begin to see this opportunity the way your leaders see it. You'll begin to walk and talk about your family's financial freedom and believe with belief and power in your words. Very, very important. Following great leaders changes your capacity. It changes our potential. It changes the way we interact with people. We will be overflowing with excitement and ready to share hope with everyone. We are hope carriers. And best of all, as we adapt to these changes inside of us, everything is multiplied to everyone in our teamwork also. It doesn't start with us and end there. It starts with us and drips out over the whole teamwork. Talk about setting sights higher and increasing belief. You will empower your team to have confidence, success, and fulfill their dreams too. You can see how this is a win-win opportunity for everyone. Remember, this X39 patch has the ability to reset your genes, reverse your aging process, stimulate your body to heal itself, and the patch has a side effect, okay? It has a side effect. That side effect is you're gonna get debt-free if you put your nose to the, how do you say it? Put the pedal to the metal.
Yep.
The side effect is so worth it. You're gonna join a positive environment in the This Is It team. You're gonna find encouragement every turn you take. You're only seeing a glimmer of what changing your capacity can do to the legacy you leave your family, the foundations that you could be a part of creating or helping to create, orphanages, schools, churches you help build. The sky is the limit. You can just fill in the blank with whatever your dream is. Do you notice that the debt free is coming up a couple of times? Because this is for every single person on this Zoom. Debt free is within your reach. Like Jen said, maybe it's a year, 2 years, 3 years, it's been mentioned. But it's amazing. And when you have new and upcoming leaders on your team, support them, praise them, learn from them. We all learn from each other. Never see an up and coming leader on your team as a threat to your leadership. No, they're a compliment. It's an enhancement to you and your team's success, and it multiplies every single person's opportunity. This is why Gina and Steve do what they do. Look how many leaders they've just created in a short period of time. I lost track. What'd you say, Steve? How many SPDs was it? 40 something.
Yeah, 40 something.
Holy smokes. 42.
42.
Holy smokes. Come on. Holy smokes. If you have failed before, remember earlier when we were talking about belief in yourself and we put those defeated feelings behind you. Now, as you have thicker skin from those past shortcomings, trust me, you can ask me how I know this. It will surface as you move forward today in this new season and this new mindset. It's going to feel different because it's going to be feeling like boldness and confidence and passion. You know, it's time to live your life to the fullest and create new dreams, not the ones that you could do on your own. Those are puny dreams, you know, but the ones that take grit, courage, and resolve, strength of character. What is the most important thing you can do as a leader on the This Is It team? Well, were you expecting this answer? Become the best at using the pro strategy. The more you patch, the easier it gets, right?
Yep.
Yes. The easier it gets, the more money you make. But more importantly, the more quality relationships you have in your life. It is beyond gratifying as you help people change their lives too. You see, one touches one. It's just a multiplication principle. Keep it simple, always. Always keep it simple. I pull out the patch, I put it on them. They're like, how do I get this? We enroll. But if they say, I just need a little more information, then I'm going to send them to thisisitinfo.com and tell them to watch that first video, and I'm going to revisit up with them to get them enrolled. And never, ever, ever forget to share that this is also an opportunity financially. So I messed that up in the beginning, and someone who I never expected said to me, hey, can you make money with this? And I thought, oh my gosh, I never dreamt. So I'm telling you, Take my word for it. Everybody should hear about the full opportunity. You will be shocked how many people are really looking for more. Today, especially, there couldn't be a better day. There couldn't be a better season for us to be alive. Don't leave anyone out.
They can have millions of dollars and they're still looking for more, or they can have nothing and they're looking for more. It doesn't matter.
So what we need to do is become a student and a product of This Is It team system. This is your free education. You don't have to go borrow money and pay it back. Guide your team to find their answers. Everything we need is there in these sites. Everything. So, everything we need is right there. This is the most professional and outstanding team site or website I have seen in my lifetime. And every single week, it's getting improved upon. Thank you, Gina and Steve, for leading this to happen. If you've been struggling and you apply what you've heard today and believe and speak it, your life and your family's life are going to be forever changed. Keep it simple. Look at this. Steve already mentioned this, but in 90 days, you could be its senior director. But what if in 30 days, you were, coming into, in 90 days, but say 30 days, you come into manager. You're setting yourself up to win. How many of us have hit manager in the first 4 days? It doesn't mean you're a failure if you didn't do it. It just means you didn't know how to get started. So look at this diagram. There you are. All you want to do on manager, and this is all in the This Is It team site. There's videos, there's diagrams. You could watch it till the cows come home. There's so much there. I know we all have 4 good friends or family, and you're just introducing them to this opportunity. 2 on the left, 2 on the right. We are making machines because we do the same thing over and over. You help your first 4 go manager, you turn around and you help the next ones that have been enrolled go manager. Keep it simple, but be excited about what you have, because this is what's changing people's lives. It's giving people hope, and it's getting them set free. If I was going to say, there is a secret for you to learn how to lead people into being a manager, leading them into being a director, leading them into using the pro system. Every direction we've talked about today, if we were going to talk about how we would lead them, this is the secret. The secret of how you lead them is just by leading. You have to practice. Practice placing a patch on somebody. Practice talking to somebody. As Steve said, he's got to practice being bold enough to go talk to somebody. Jen's is the same way. We just practice. You get better and better and better with practice. Practice leading. And, the just amazing, one of our team members sent this to me this week, and this was just so amazing. There's so much power in the words here. If you want to know what you're going to be like in 5 years from now, look at that picture. There you are now, the little one. And you want to know what you're going to look like in 5 years. Listen to what you're saying about yourself today. There is so much power in our words. There's so much power in our attitudes. There's so much power in our tone. It's so important that we monitor what's coming out of our mouth. That all started with the mindset, the book of the month, the things about following the Zooms, the leadership. There's not one person listening on here today that cannot do what has been done. You're going to do it even faster and better than we have done it, because we didn't have all this, did we, Steve and Gina? We didn't have what they've got today. You have been set up, as we said earlier, to win. And remember, Greater is he that is in you than he who is in the world. Everything that we have shared today, it will catapult your family's future, physical and financial health. I honestly don't know many families that don't need both. They need the health and they need the wealth. Now, I'm going to tell you, as coming from the medical field, if you're sick, you end up broke. And if you're broke, you end up sick. So we have a win-win in so many ways here. But the only way this is going to work for any one of us is if we plug in. Okay? Plugging in is step one. But staying consistent in these tasks. I have seen so many that have gotten busy. Steve mentioned, somebody calling back and he's like, well, let's see if we can find your sponsor. This is so important. If you really want what we've described today, debt-free, financial freedom, the opportunity, the encouragement, the positivity, the teamwork that you get to hang with, the free trips, you not only need to stay plugged in, but you've got to stay consistent in these tasks. We're only asking you to turn the TV off and stay consistent if you want this for the next year or two. Then it's going to, then you've got a teamwork build, and then it becomes so much fun. You won't want to go back to the TV. But if you do, it's going to be the same old stuff. The same old stuff that you saw 2 years ago. Take our word for it, This is so huge. You don't want to miss it. You have what it takes, and you have everything else you need right at your fingertips, from dispatch to the teamwork, to the Zooms, to the team sites. We want this for you so badly because we are on the flip side of going, oh my gosh, everybody who's breathing needs this patch. Everybody that we know needs this opportunity. Not everybody knows they need it yet, but when they're ready, we'll be ready, right? All right. God bless you all. Thank you so much. Such an honor to be with you all today.
Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, this is sealed the deal. I am even more fired up than I was when I came on. This is going to go on the website, guys. I'm telling Steve, we got to send this to David Schmidt. We got to show him who we are, where we're going. This is incredible, guys. I am so proud of you, but what a teaching.
Yeah.
If they got the wealth, they need the health. If they got the health, then they need, come on. This is incredible, the teaching.
Cindy's quote from a nurse who's seen it all. If you're sick, you end up broke. From her experience, and if you're broke, you end up sick.
Right.
Think about this, all right? This is incredible what we're talking. Sharing from our heart. These guys did a phenomenal. Jens and Cindy, appreciate everything you shared. Just being real with everyone, because look they've noticed there's some missing links that people might be needing, and they share from their heart, because that's our passion for our team, is for everyone to win and succeed. But you do have to be on here. You've got to have your team on. Now, the great thing is we did this and recorded it, so now everyone can share this with your team to let them know how important these are as far as running and making it happen. I explained earlier, having the numbers, what you need. It's not that complicated how many you need on here for you to change your life, but people have to be on here in order to do that. So we are so blessed to have the team. We can't wait to hang out with you in Mexico with a bunch of people from your team. We can't wait to hang out with all the front people who qualified in Mexico next week. The system will be running all through the week while we're in Mexico.
But guys, hey, there's people flying in, driving in. I'm telling you, it's going to be an incredible time.
Okay, we got our convention coming up this summer. Everyone, the reason why the This Is It team is the #1 fastest growing team, not only like Jen said in Lifewave, but in the world of network marketing, is because the SPDs, the folks that we have on our team, like Cindy and Jen, know what they're talking about, and they're sharing from their heart. It's going to be wild, but you want to attend live. Last time we had an in-person event, the company grew 40% in 1 month. And that was back in August. The month of August, it grew 40%.
Yeah.
David Schmidt's going to be there. It is going to be incredible what's going to be taught at this event.
Here's a list of all of our meetings. You can take a snapshot, but hey, the next one is Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time with Carl and Kathy Firestone. We are so excited. What a fabulous, fantastic, exceptional, professional. Guys, these guys are successful.
Yeah.
And do you see the fire that they're bringing down? I hope this was your wake-up call. And exactly like she said, it was an hour of power, and it was.
Guys, we're so excited about what's about to happen. I love what Jen said. You're not too late to the party. You're just getting started.
That was a good singer.
We've only just proved that people are looking to have their stem cells reactivated.
Yes.
What if this team right here takes this company to the biggest company that we've ever seen in our industry? It's up to all of us, but now let's take it step by step, like Cindy and Jen's taught, and let's make it happen. Make your weekend productive. Make this a priority. Who are you going to speak with the next hour, the next 2 hours throughout your busy day? Fit it right in your busy schedule, like Cindy was talking about, because it's going to be worth it for you to make it happen. Plug them into the system, and like she said, you plug them in, and then they're going to take advantage and build this opportunity for their own dreams. Now, it's wild what's going on. I pray that you take and implement what is being taught. Keep it simple. Keep it fun. There are people out there for you that God has set for you that are praying. You just got to open up your mouth. Just like Jen's and myself, we might have to work on it, but we open our mouth because you can't help but talk about it. What do you know about stem cells? It's a very easy conversation.